how much we should rely on astrologer. So they are dealing with your mind, your fearfulness. If you are being fooled, your level of unawareness is high. The fraud lies in the society where you are dealing with people, or where the fraud lies in the stream of knowledge. It's upon you to decide the right thing for you, the right doctor for you, the right clinic for you, the right lawyer for you. And in the same way, you should decide the right astrologer for you. What are the parameters to decide who is the right person and who is not? See, there is not any guidelines. There are certain questions which should be sorted out. Hello friends, welcome back. Today I thought to sort out few questions which is very popular in astrology. The first question is, how much we should rely on astrologer? Because I have come across people saying that astrology is fraud. So on this I want to say this much only, that if something is what you call as fraud, if some fraud is there, it's not in astrology. Maybe you have encountered astrologer who is fraud, or not fraud also, tried his best to give you the solutions. Yeah, the solution will be the right word. But thing is that, is astrology is only for problem solving? Think about it. You approach to something what is called astrologer to solve your problems. This can be, if it can be correct in a way, if you think about it, but it's not only this much, it's much more. It gives a lot of thing than the solution to the problems. If people are claiming they can solve your problem, it's upon you. But what I will say is, take out time and study about astrology, and then make a conclusion. Yes. And on this fraud issue, I can say only this much, that fraud is not in the medical science. You can encounter fraud dealing with medical practitioner, but not medical science. Medical science is not fraud. Similarly, you may encounter some fraud as not fraud. I would not say fraud. I don't know what the people expectations are there with astrology, and how and why and how these expectations come from. They come from the astrology practitioner. I agree to this point. They come from astrology practitioner. There can be a fraud from the part of astrology practitioner, but astrology is not fraud. You may encounter fraud, practicing issues. You may encounter any fraud medical practitioner, but medical science is not a fraud. You may encounter a fraud lawyer who gave you false expectations to resolve your issues, but couldn't meet up your expectations. But law is not a fraud. I hope this is making a sense. So what I'm trying to say is, subject is not a fraud. Practitioner who is giving a false expectations that they can do something about it, the problem is there, and if the result doesn't happen, the problem is there. Sometimes what happens, we go to clinic, hospitals, right, for some issues, and when you tell your problem, they'll prescribe some test, right? Sugar test, blood test, other kind of test, thyroid test. If you are a lady and you go to a clinic, then you may be told that, okay, since you are above 35 or 40, there is a chance of cervical cancer and you should go for a test. Or if you are obese, you should go for a test, for sugar test, thyroid test. Okay, so do you really know that those tests are needed to you or not? So they are dealing with your mind, your fearfulness, they are dealing with your fearfulness. So in every stream, people play with your fearfulness. Sometimes it can be correct, sometimes it is needed. In law also, if in every field, people deal with your fearfulness. But there can be a need, there cannot be a need. Who knows? You don't know. So it's upon you to decide the right thing for you, the right doctor for you, the right clinic for you, the right lawyer for you. And in the same way, you should decide the right astrologer for you. Correct? So what are the parameters to decide who is the right person and who is not? See, there is not any guidelines. It's all upon your inner instinct and how much unaware you are. If you are very much unaware about things, people will play with you. Correct? You'll go to hospital, test will be prescribed to you. You'll go for some skin issues and blood test can be prescribed to you. Thyroid test may be prescribed to you, can be prescribed to you. Cervical cancer test can be prescribed to you if you are a lady above 35 or 40. Yeah. Similarly, if you go to astrologer for certain issues and you are totally unaware about the field, many things can be prescribed to you. I do not want to be too much into this, but I have seen people giving solution to the problem, like you are very much upset with your boss, or you are very much upset with your neighbor. You go to a person for a solution, and instead of telling you the right thing, I have seen people giving the solution, write the name and write the name of the person you are having problem with, and on a piece of paper, and burn it or drop it in the toilet and flush it, and the next day the problem will be sorted. You will be dominating that person. So I have seen people giving these kind of solutions too, And I have seen people who take these kind of solutions seriously. If they I have seen people, if they are told that if they come with a problem, that I'm dealing with a problem with a boss, they do not get satisfaction if they are told that okay, have patience, wait for the correct time, try to divert your mind, the time is not correct, the dashas are not correct for you and all, so you should change the job, or just maybe the transit is not correct, so it will get automatically corrected with the time. Or if you will change your, maybe the problem is with you, if you change your mindset, your way of approach, maybe your problem will be sorted out. But I have seen people who do not take this kind of suggestion seriously, but if they get another type of solutions, like write the name on the paper and burn it, or write the name of the person, or do something and put it somewhere on anywhere, so they take these kind of solutions more seriously than those kind of solution where effort is needed on your part. So it's all upon your instinct to decide which person is correct for you or which person is not correct for you. So anyway, the topic was, what is fraud? Where the fraud lies? The fraud lies in the society where you are dealing with people, or where the fraud lies in the stream of knowledge. So it's all upon you to decide that if you have encountered any kind of fraud things, fraud lies with astrology, or it lies with astrologer, fraud lies with medical science, or it lies with medical practitioner. No, I mean fraud lies with astrology or some of astrologer. Maybe you have not encountered the right one. Or fraud lies with medical science, or it lies with some of medical practitioner, some of the clinic, some of the hospitals, or fraud is in law, or some of the legal practitioners. So it's upon you. It's upon you to, if you are being fooled, that means your level of unawareness is high. So try to, being aware is the only solution, that what is astrology, how it works. Correct? I hope it is making some sense. Thank you.